and welcome to another episode of the It's Just a Hill Cycling Podcast. I am John. This is Adam. We are driving to D2R2. Do you want to say your name again?
It's Adam.
Just in case you want to map his voice.
It's me, Adam.
That was a text message coming in, which will be fine. I mean, who really cares? It's a free podcast. Pretty sure neighbor's dog is back. I hear barking. That's what my lovely wife just texted me. Our neighbor did lose their dog earlier today, but all is well. Adam, how are you?
I'm doing great. Out of work. Tired.
Yep.
Happy to be going to D2R2.
We're going to D2R2, but we're going to talk about Unbound. This has been a long time coming. I'm sorry it's not sooner. Honestly, my podcasting room is in total disarray right now. We had insulation work done. But, again, I digress. That's something people say when they are on tangents. Unbound. You did Unbound, Adam.
I did it.
You did it. Which one did you do?
I did the 350.
350?
360. They give you the bonus 10 miles and they just call it 350.
Do they?
Yeah. It's 360.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're like, it's less than an extra 10% though, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right? It's all relative. It's only another, hour at the speed you're going at that time.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Wow, okay, so when was that?
That was last weekend of May.
Last weekend of May.
So it's been a couple months, yeah.
And how long did it take you to do?
25 hours and 42 minutes.
25, and you didn't sleep, is that right?
No sleeping.
No sleeping.
One single caffeine pill, no coffee.
One single caffeine pill?
Yeah.
But you ate a ton?
Ate a ton.
Okay, so that's sort of the big picture, I guess, that you did it. But I want to talk about it in sort of a progression. So let's talk about the trip that you took out there, because that seemed kind of fun. You drove out.
Yeah, so me and my wife decided if we're gonna commit to doing this big trip to go there, we would just drive and make it a mini road trip. I've never flown my bike. I don't know. Have you flown?
I have flown.
Shipped it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I shipped with the bike and Jeremy flew with his when we went to Florida.
Yeah, because I'm like a little skeptical, and with having the new Trek, I was like, ooh, something breaks. So
yeah, if you look back there, it's on the back of that.
Yeah,
it's back
there. The new Cervelo too.
They're both from MBX. You can check out MBX.
So yeah, we drove. We did it in 4 days out. We made a stop at Harper's Ferry.
Okay. What state?
West Virginia.
Yep.
We did some rail trail that apparently around the Potomac, there's a rail trail that goes, it's like 180 miles from Pennsylvania all to DC. Yeah. So we rode some of that. That was fun. We went through Antietam.
Yep.
We went to Muscle Shoals on day 2 in Alabama, which is not in the way whatsoever.
Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was only just a check-off state, so I didn't actually need to go to Alabama.
What do you mean check-off states?
Get to all 50. I'm at like 42 right now or something.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah.
What about Sarah? Does Sarah keep track of
She's starting to keep track.
Okay.
We got the little couples mag. They were like, we'll fill out.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Oh,
except we haven't even filled out all the ones we went on the trip yet.
Oh, that's okay.
But I digress. I digress.
Yes,
that's what you do when you're on a tangent.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, so we went to Muscle Shoals, and then we went to Bentonville as our second to last stop, which that's its trip. I got to make my own trip back
Bentonville,
there.
Arkansas.
That was sick.
Home of Walmart and all of the great cycling infrastructure that the Walton family is putting in there.
But I think we talked about this offline from this, but different than Amsterdam. Like Amsterdam's like bike capital, and everyone rides a bike, and that's awesome. But this is like hobbyist bike capital, where every bike is like really, really nice, and there's a lot of super high-end bikes around there.
Right. I think when you think of like those European cycling communities, it really is like based on like commuting and like getting your groceries and all that sort of stuff. And this is more of
it's a recreational
haven for cyclists. Yeah. Right. In the same way that like certain parts of Vermont have that. You hear about like the Northeast Kingdom, right?
Yep.
Kingdom Trails, Kingdom Trails and stuff, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's like sort of like that. There's really great infrastructure for people to go on big rides.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, you can be out of the city in 5 miles and ride on remote
gravel
roads and be right back in.
Right. And then how far is Emporia, Kansas from there?
Oh, that was maybe a 5-hour drive or so. But it's probably the most boring 5-hour drive I've taken in a long time.
You rode each of the places?
Yeah, we rode except Muscle Shoals. We rode we rode it at the other two though. Yeah. And then so we go to Emporia on
driving through Kansas sucks.
Yeah, it's like
just fucking grass.
Someone pulling a reel and it's just the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's just like all corn or all peas or all soy or something. Yeah.
So we get there on Wednesday night. So we had all day Thursday to mess around and do whatever. I did want to they have a ton of group rides going out, so I did the one with Alexi Vermeulen leading it. And
Dachshund owner Alexi Vermeulen.
Sir Willie
Sir Willie
was there.
Sir Willie was there on the ride?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
and it was a muddy one.
And Sir Willie hung in there?
Oh yeah.
Wow, what a great dog.
Yeah, so the whole time leading into it, I was like, who do I ask about course conditions? I've never ridden around here. The mud's hyped up. I'm like, I want to ask someone. I want to ask someone.
Right.
Well, I was the first. That was the first group ride out, and we came back, and we looked terrible.
Oh, really?
Covered head to toe in mud. And then the irony was everyone was asking me like, oh my God, how are the conditions out there? You know, you literally like brushing mud off your face and stuff. It was horrible. But it stopped raining, dried up very, very quickly out there. Like it was dry the next day.
That's what they say. It can be quick to change, right?
Thank God, yeah. Because it would have been a nightmare if that was what you had to do the entire time. But because some of the roads we hit on Thursday for the group ride were part of the course on Friday when we left. In same spots where there were 4 or 5 inch deep puddles, nothing on Friday, totally gone. So, yeah, the race took off at 3 p.m. on Friday, which is
3 p.m. Friday.
Not ideal for someone like me who gets up at 4 in the morning,
right? Because
I knew I was gonna be nervous, and I knew that I already don't sleep in. So I was like, this is a recipe for like a terrible night's sleep ahead of being up for maybe now like 36 to 48 hours.
Sheesh.
So because
no nap, you just got up early that Friday.
I slept till like 6:30.
Yeah,
which was like sleeping in.
Sleeping in.
Yeah. We went down.
When you're away.
Yeah, right. Because we were in the dorm rooms. Oh, I didn't mention that. So we stayed in the dorm buildings, in Emporia State University, and that is the move. I would highly recommend if anyone does Unbound, whatever the date they release that and say the dorm rooms are open, be on your computer like right away to book that. Yeah, that's the play. They had the dining plan at the dining hall, so we get to eat.
So you just like act like a college student for like 3 days?
In the dining hall, I don't know, man. URI was good, but maybe things have gotten better. Maybe this one's good. It was like, the food was freaking good. Wow. And it was all you could eat, whatever. So, you know, cyclist heaven ahead of a big event.
Yeah, sure.
So
you stayed there every night that you were in town?
Yep. From Wednesday night to Sunday morning. So, yeah, Friday comes around. Chill morning. We went to the vendor expo on Thursday and Friday, which is so much. Every vendor you could possibly imagine is pretty much there.
Right, because Unbound is a huge thing. I guess if people don't know, Unbound is like one of the premier gravel events here in the United States. It's part of the Lifetime Grand Prix, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and which is like, you know, a Grand Prix of big gravel events all throughout here in the United States, and it takes place in Emporia, Kansas, and thousands of people do it, right? I mean, it's the biggest event you've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, maybe getting ahead of myself for sure, but met people from literally all over the world, Japan, Chile, like who flew out to do it, right?
Event. It's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
Right. We know of like the New England events, and I guess if you're from the area, you think of like Overland, or we're going to D2R too, but like these are on a national scale. They're like that, but on a global scale.
Yeah,
a global scale.
For instance, we were sitting there on Friday morning before the race, and ironically, we saw Alex from GCN. You know the presenter, Alex.
Yep.
My wife's parents called me and they're like, hey, did you see the GCN guys? Like 30 seconds after, it's like, yeah, he literally just walked by with a set of wheels right there.
Yeah, right.
So
they were
like filming a video there.
Yeah, it's just the who's who of cycling, right? It's a huge event.
Tech drops, like
gravel pros, tons of tech drops. Like all that is happening at the event expo. And so that's on Thursday?
Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, I think, too, but most people are
Friday you're not rolling out till the afternoon.
Yeah. Because most races are on Saturday. The only one that takes off on Friday is the 350.
Right.
The other ones are early morning, rolling out Saturday. So, 3 p.m. rolls around, gets a start line. Obviously,
how many people are you rolling out with?
It was just under 200 total men and women. I think it was like 150 something men and 40 something women that started.
Yep.
I had no idea how it was going to go. I mean, some people are there to race it. You see Lachlan Morton standing up front. Okay, well, you know what he's here for. And I was looking around, and my big thing was I didn't run aero bars, like clip-on aero bars.
Okay.
And it was everyone else had them. So I was like,
it's going to be one of my first tech questions for you.
Oh, yeah.
Was, did you run aero bars?
No, I didn't. And spoiler, I would recommend doing it.
Yeah,
I would definitely recommend doing it.
Yeah.
There were some guys who did, but I was in the minority for sure not running aero bars.
So you take off with the 200 people. Mm-hmm. What kind of group are you in from the get-go there?
So it's pretty chill to start through town. Police escorting you out through the town, and then once you hit the first dirt roads, you know, the fast guys you would expect, the Lachlans, the guys who are going to finish this race, literally 8 hours before me, they're gone. I was in a group that we were doing. It was maybe 40 people or so. It was a pretty big group. We were doing what I felt was, I couldn't give you a watt number. I don't remember now. It was like, I felt like I was moving, but I didn't feel like I was working too hard, but it wasn't coasting along. And I was kind of like, I'd have never gone that deep in a ride. Like, I knew it was going to be over 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, how fast do I want to pace myself now, not knowing how I'm going to feel tomorrow at this time? So I stuck with that group for quite a while, but then I ended up, there was a hill and it kind of all went single file, and I kind of got boxed out a little bit. And I ended up in the front kind of pulling on the hill, and I put a little bit more power, not even intentionally trying to drop the group. But when I turned around, I realized that they were not like right on me, and the group had kind of fallen back. So I said, well, now's my time. I'm just going to try to bridge the next group. So it took me about like 9 miles, maybe about like half an hour riding or so, because it's pretty rolling, relatively flat. So probably half an hour. I ended up catching up to a group of like 6 or 8 guys who were going maybe more the speed that I felt like I should try to go for, that wouldn't crack me, that I could maintain. So I rolled with those guys for quite a while, pretty much to like mile 68 was the first gas station that everyone stopped at. They had one earlier, but everyone, you're packed for a 350 race. You don't need a 40-mile stop. So everyone went to like 68 or so, whatever it was. So after that, that's kind of where things got like, the groups, like, you know, depending on how long you stayed at the rest stop or how, whatever. Mind you, I guess, tangent back to it, this is all self-supported, so you can't take aid unless it's an aid available to everyone, whether it's someone handing out water bottles at their house or gas stations. If I took support from my wife for whatever reason, other than emotional on the phone, you would be disqualified.
Oh, okay.
So, after the 68 stop, it's kind of a blur from there, but
there are other versions of Unbound, sorry to cut you off, where you can get support.
Yes, sorry.
The shorter versions?
Yeah, so you can get support. There are pit stops like the 200, the 100.
What's the one that fucking, like...
200.
The 200 is the one?
That's the one.
The Grand Prix one?
Yeah, that's like the race that guys...
That like Keegan Swenson does?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Lachlan was doing the 350.
Yeah, so that was...
hero. He is
kind of like a big change.
Absolute hero of a man.
Remind me, get to the morning part of the ride, that I have a story about that too.
Okay.
But... yeah, so like we rolled, the group kind of broke up, and I don't even know what time of the day it would have been at this point. I wrote this all down in like a journal so I can recall at some point, because I was like, I'm going to forget this, and I'm clearly already forgetting it, but we were kind of rolling. I got a pack with like maybe
a podcast,
right? So. I can give you a dramatic reading of it later.
Yeah, please.
So kind of rolling.
We do reenactments.
Yeah.
You can do reenactments based on your notes.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay, so you're rolling out.
It's going to be a lot of this.
This first rest stop. At mile 70-ish, you said, right?
Yeah.
68 or something.
So one thing, there was a couple single track sections that came in the next 40 miles to like the 100-ish mile stop of 108. I forget exactly where the mile marker is. I can check my handlebars that have the permanent imprint of the sticker that I put.
Nice.
So, it was maybe got down to like a few guys, started to dwindle, it started to get dark. I was most nervous for the night part, I think, going into it, because I've never ridden like overnight. At all. I had a couple outbound lights. I wasn't afraid that those are going to work. I just didn't know how I was going to handle it. But kind of after one of the late rest stops at like 11 p.m., I got in not even a group. It was me and another guy, and we were together for like 4 hours or so, I want to say, pretty much.
It's in the middle of the night?
Yeah, a little less, because it was till 2 in the morning. The nighttime was actually fun. It got a little chilly, like needed a windbreaker, but it's pretty exhilarating. Like I wasn't tired. It was thrilling, actually.
Sounds fucking awesome.
Then I got a little bit... It was a super nice guy I was riding with. But he was just kind of... there was no formal agreement to pull or not pull, but he was definitely sitting on me a lot more than I was sitting on his wheel. And at some point I said I'd rather just ride alone. And long story short, he needed to bathroom break, and I just kept going. And so I was alone from about 2 a.m. after one of the stops till about 5 or so. Which is kind of neat, because you're just riding there and you see headlamps like maybe a couple miles up the road, or you look back and sometimes you see
sunrise is what, 6 a.m.?
Yeah, it was around 5 something or so, 5:15. That was really cool. And rolled into around 5 or so, I rolled into the rest stop. That was a gas station. It was a 200-mile mark at this point. And I remember I texted my mom, or I called my mom, and I was like, where's Lachlan? And he was like, effectively almost 8 hours ahead of like, he ended up finishing 8 hours ahead of me. So he was already like 40 miles from the finish at this point. I'm at mile 200.
He was the first one back, right?
He lost.
He lost in the final sprint?
There was no
Is that
sprint.
the one?
Ron Britton beat him by like a couple minutes.
Oh, okay.
Imagine
I remember
losing by-
reading about this.
Imagine losing by a couple minutes in a 19-hour race,
That's
20-hour
crazy.
race.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, morning came, it was good. I was hurting a little bit at this point for food. I had eaten a lot of stuff, but like I had some gas station sausage, egg, and cheese, and the real food was just, it was so good at that point. I think I had two family-size bags of Nerds gummy clusters over the course of the
Wait,
night.
2 family size?
Yeah, between the day before and this point.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I felt a little
My
better.
top 2 bag is full of them right
Dude.
now. Chock full.
I thought of you because I was like, what do I get
The
here? And I was
best.
like, what? This is what, and they're good. There's a
They're
little
the
trail
fucking-
somewhere in Kansas though, because I dropped some.
Oh yeah, they get dropped. That's okay. You leave them for the birds.
Yeah.
They'll be enlightened. Yeah.
So like,
Okay, so sunrise comes up. Sorry.
Yeah, no. It was fine. It was just kind of cruising. You know, you're watching your average power drop.
Yeah, of
the
course.
entire time.
Yeah.
And then the thing that there was a couple more stops, but then the real killer of this ride to me, it sounds crazy that in the last 100 miles, it's like you're already 260 miles into it. But the last like 140-ish miles, the rest stops that you had potential to stop at were 70 miles apart from each other.
Sheesh.
In the heat, it's getting hot. Like it's like 90 degrees during the day. So, and this sounds like the classic dad, like, oh, I walked to school backwards in the snow, barefoot. It was like headwinds, hot, open roads. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, I looked at points. I was going down like a 1 or 2% grade, doing 175 watts in 11 miles an hour on a dirt road. Like the
Just
headwind
wind
was
at your face,
so brutal,
pushing you.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So probably about 4 hours from the
very
end or
much
so.
open, right?
All rolling,
all Kansas rolling hills, right?
A couple spots where you get like a little bit of trees, but by New England standards,
is it all off-road? How much is it paved?
98, 99%.
Yeah, a
paved.
lot, right?
Yeah. Almost all off-road except for the little towns where you hit the gas stations.
Gotcha.
A couple of river crossings, but rideable. Nothing that you have to actually like dismount and walk through. So probably about 4 hours or so left in the ride. I came to a train track. It was a double. And that's a legit thing. You gotta wait minutes for those trains to go by out there.
Oh, it was moving? It was there?
Yeah, so we had to stop. It was about a 5-minute wait because one came by and it was almost like a comedy. The other one came by.
I've experienced trains in the middle of the country. They're so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we think of a train as like a commuter rail that's like 8 cars.
This thing is miles.
Miles long. Like so many cars. Like it's wild. Yeah, it's wild. You wait for minutes. Yeah.
So you hit that and you just have to stop.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who was just got there. Like he was maybe at this point a couple hundred yards ahead of me, but he could stop. I could stop. Made a little small talk because we were just there. And then when we got clearance to pass by the train tracks, we took a left and it was just a stretch of paved road, but like brutal headwinds. It was just 2 miles of open paved. And so we're like, all right, you want to just like take turns and kind of rotate and just like help each other out here. So we did. And then it ended up turning into, we just kind of chatted more, and he became like, this was the point where I was like, I needed emotional support before. I was like, I just want to ride alone. Now I'm like, this guy's like,
he's
keeping me sane.
You. Yeah, for sure.
And I think there was like the mutual thing
sure.
there. So we just talked. We rode mostly 2 up. I think it was
that's like a beautiful thing. I love that.
It was awesome. Yeah. And we rode like 2 up, and I think it was a way to be like, hey, I'm not like looking to just.
Oh, you just rode 2 by?
Like for most.
Oh,
of
that's
it.
nice.
After we cleared the headwind part, we were just doing that because I think it's kind of like a gentleman thing. Be like, I'm not using you. You're not using me. We just want to like talk. Right. We talked about like everything. He was from North Carolina. He said, "Oh, I've been up in New Hampshire. He rock climbs. He's like, I've climbed Cathedral Ledge. I've climbed."
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh cool.
So he was cool. He actually is friends with Ian Boswell. He was telling me a story where like he knows him casually.
All signs point back to Ian Boswell.
To the point that Boswell texted him when this guy was in France on a business trip to see if he could come hang out on the Team Sky bus if he was available.
Oh wow.
So like I guess he knows him well enough.
Yeah.
But so he and I rode the last 4 hours there. And honestly, that was needed at that point. Yeah. And I mean, I finished 25 hours.
Did you finish with this guy?
Yeah. We had an agreement. We're like, who's going to finish first? He's like, you can go first. I'm like, no, you can go first, man. Like, you were in front of me when we met. We're chatting. I was like, you go first. So the joke was that I was going to let him go first and then sprint around him right at the end. Yeah. So we got, I guess, 31st and 32nd in men.
Sick.
With people who finished. Now that sounds good in place, and you think obviously Lachlan's a pro, but beating you by almost 9 hours, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But 32nd out of 98 that finished it.
Yeah.
So in 150
I mean, honestly,
or so
that's one
started,
of those things that like just finishing it, dude.
No,
Come on,
everyone's like, what's
crazy.
your goal? What's your goal? I was like, finishing it.
Yeah.
And then after that, under 28 hours would be nice.
Yep.
And then, yeah, 25:42.
Yeah, that's a great thing to have tiered goals for. It's a
Yeah.
crazy ass feat. Some people never even consider doing anything like that. That's absolutely wild. 24, would you say 25:38 or
25:42.
25:42.
So,
That's wild.
because my fear was, there's a point where I was like suffering big time in the last 100 miles. But I was like, I'm at this point, barring anything ridiculous, like I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
The thing that was in the back of my mind for DNFing or not making my like kind of, I just want to finish it, was mechanicals.
Sure. And that was all smooth.
Literally not a single thing. The only thing I had to do was re-lube my chain. It was a wax chain.
Yep.
I brought whatever the one that like Silka recommends to reapply, not the wet wax one, but the like, hey, in a case of emergency, this is the best to apply as a wet lube to a wax chain.
Gotcha. Yep.
Knowing that you have to re-wax it again. But anyways,
Right.
so I had to re-lube my chain like 5 times, pretty much every stop, because it's just so dry and dusty. It was starting to just scream by the end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that SRAM group set, no mechanicals, no drop chains, those tires, no punctures, nothing. We didn't hit much mud. I know that's going to be a question a lot of people ask. That was the one that I was asking everyone.
Sure.
But the mud sections that we did hit, the best advice that what was his name? Alex from Gravel Boston.
Yep.
He told me, he's
Will.
like, he's like, he's a great rider. He's like, don't even try. If the mud's bad, he's like, just walk it. It's not even worth it. That's great advice, because that mud, everything you've heard about the peanut butter mud, the sections I hit, that's what it is. It's true. You cannot clear it out of anything.
Yep.
I stepped in it, tried to reclip, couldn't clip, had to pick it out with my hands for my cleats to even get my clips back in. So nightmare. But luckily, not bad. Bike is fine.
Let's talk about the bike a little bit. So it is a Trek Checkmate.
Trek Checkmate.
Both sides, a size 56.
56. Mounting points up the wazoo and back, which is really nice. I ran a top tube bag. I ran the 1.5 liter frame bag. It still carried a big bottle in one, and then the small bottle in the other. And then I ran my saddle bag that I always run that just has a tube and some CO2 stuff in it. And I ran a hydro pack though.
And a hydro pack.
That you almost have to, I feel like, for that race.
Well, you have to just to fit in a gravel event.
Yeah, pretty
Are you wearing a hydro pack tomorrow?
No, hell no.
Good. Fuck. I would be so embarrassed to be seen with you. So Terravale Cannonballs?
Cannonball 42C durable.
Yep.
Thanks JB at MBX. That was a recommendation from him. And
right, because they have a durable version and a supple version, and you went with the durable one, and they were great.
Yeah, because my thought was like, sure, you can shave like a fair amount of, relative to tires. The supple is significantly lighter.
You don't want to have a tire problem.
The flat wasn't even. Like,
you don't want to have a tire problem.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather drop a chain all fucking day than have a goddamn tire problem. Well, I get so flustered.
I literally bought a third tire, and to the moment up, like an hour up to the race, I was like, I'm gonna bring it, and I was like, I'm not gonna bring it.
You didn't put it in the bag.
I didn't.
So let's talk about the bag.
Sure.
It's is it U-Sway?
Yeah, but it's the U-Sweet, but it's like the 3-liter bladder with like the expandable pocket. It's not like the race one that you see all the gravel guys. It's the same concept, but So I brought.
What makes it different than another one? They all look the same to me.
It has like a cargo pocket. It looks more like a small hiking bag. It's not like Aero. Like it has like a
It's a little bit bulkier.
Yeah, and it's a 3-liter bladder. So it fit a ton of stuff.
So you put 3 liters of liquid in it, straight water, or are you putting calories in that liquid?
I split between some regular scratch and then some high carb scratch.
Okay, and you carried that with you, so that when you topped it off, you
I brought some of the packets of the high carb stuff.
Gotcha.
Man, that crap is nasty. It's actually one of the better formulas for high carb, in my opinion. But that stuff is thick when you're trying to.
It's so thick and it doesn't really mix well. What is it like mixing it in that bag?
Terrible.
Just slosh it around.
Terrible. And then I ended up going to the bottles for it. But even then, it's so hot out that it just clumps up.
Yeah.
But whatever, you needed it. So.
And then, are you carrying any food in that bag too? What's in the pockets?
Yeah, so I brought a bunch of gels, goos. Like goo is kind of my go-to these days. Untapped. The maple syrups are great. I brought some RX bars just to have like real food. Bolt, the Pro Bar Bolt.
Oh yes,
I love those things.
Oh wait, I've never had the bar. I've only had the gummies.
The gummies. That's what I mean.
Okay,
yeah.
those gummies are good.
They're wicked good.
Yeah, those gummies are good, and they're reasonably priced.
Yeah, I like them better
like
than the scratch ones actually.
Oh, you like them better than the scratch gummies? Damn,
the pink
like
lemonade and orange.
I like the scratch gummies, but you're right. You're right. They are good.
Yeah, reasonably priced.
Yep.
Decent, easy to pack.
Yep.
That was kind of most of my snacks because then I relied on the candy and real food at the gas stations.
Right.
Yeah, that mostly got me through everything there.
And you mentioned the SRAM group said it's a 1x.
Yep, it's that new transmission style, or like the frame mounted,
the UDH,
the 1x13.
Yep, it's 13 speed.
Bomb proof, didn't need to change a battery in it.
What's the ratio? Do you know?
42 to 46. 42 front, 46.
So you got a 1046 in the back.
Yeah.
And a 42 in the front.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna be dreaming tomorrow.
Sorry, 44 maybe. I gotta try that.
You got more than a 1-to-1.
It's a little bit more than a 1-to-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
God bless your heart.
Yeah.
You're gonna be climbing up those hills away from me tomorrow.
Well, considering an overland last year, I was 40, 42. This is a little bit better.
That's great.
So, yeah.
And you're not doing overland this year.
Because it's
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or no, is it tomorrow or Sunday?
It is, or sorry, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. It's the day after D2R.
A week apart was enough for me last year.
Yeah.
A day apart.
Okay, cool. So what else about the bike? What kind of bars are you running?
So I'm running the default, like the RSLs. They're 39 wides, which for me, I've always run 42. I went down to 39 with this bike for the first time. Now you ride 42, and I'm like, holy shit, this is a mile wide.
It's an airplane hang.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel like a mountain biker.
Yeah, like, and then I rode my mountain bike yesterday, and I'm like 760, which is crazy. Narrow. I'm like, this is, what am I doing? But
okay, cool. So you're on 39s now. They flare out a little bit, or they're straight?
Little flare in the drop.
Nice.
Those new SRAM red hoods are like,
they're beautiful, right?
The brakes are awesome. Wicked comfortable.
Yeah.
I ran a Garmin 1050, Edge 1050 for the computer.
Great battery life, right?
Yeah, and that's even worse than the 1040 because they went more like motorcycle.
They went more like feature heavy?
They went more feature heavy at like battery life expense, but it still lasted the
whole time.
Event. Yeah. So
did you charge anything? Did you bring a battery with you?
I brought a battery pack. I didn't need to charge anything.
You didn't charge your phone or anything?
No.
Wow.
I put my phone on low power and I downloaded a Spotify playlist.
Beautiful.
Those
you ran the shocks?
Recommendation from you and one of my buddies. They were great.
Yeah, shocks are great.
Lasted like 13 hours, which is enough. I didn't want to listen to music for 13 hours, so that was enough for me. Like,
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was like,
you gotta switch it off. Yeah. Especially
like at night, I didn't listen to it as much. I was kind of just Yeah. You
need to be like a little bit more in the zone.
Yeah. And then the lights were the impressive part.
Yep.
So I ran 2 outbound lights. I ran the detour on the handlebars.
Yep.
And I ran the new portal on the head.
On your helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I ran the handlebar like low medium, and when I turned the headlight, the headlamp went off. But when I was going down like a steeper descent at night, I would turn the headlamp one on. So I was running them both at those points, and that is like friggin' daylight. It's crazy how.
Oh yeah, those are great lights.
Yeah, and then I would turn it off again. So I get
the one in your bars is the big boy, right?
Yeah, pretty chunky.
It's like that. Yeah. It's like an oval.
Yeah, it weighs a good amount. Like
I'm not even. I mean, the output of it is what I fucking love.
It's like 1,800 lumens or something crazy.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, bikepacking folks, will hook that up to a dynamo, and they're just like loving life.
Yeah, and
all
it's
the
also
light in the world.
PSA for people who buy Amazon lights. It's not all about the lumens. The beam pattern's better. I've had 10,000 lumen lights from Amazon that suck.
I feel like lumens are turning into like the Scoville scale.
Yeah.
Where like it's like Scoville's like the hot scale, you know.
The return on investment is just like
930 Scoville, 1,000 Scoville. I'm like, what is the scale here? What are we doing? So what did you run for a helmet, and how did you mount the light to the helmet?
So I did
the Giro helmet, right?
That's what I got after. So I had my Strava at the POC because I mounted the. I direct like sticky mounted the thing to it. I've had that helmet for like 3 years. I'm like, this is the last rodeo / I'll take it bikepacking if I need it.
Yep, great.
So I did that. Ran that. That was fine. It actually wasn't like intrusive. The light.
Great idea. You know, kids, you do need to replace your helmets every 3 to 5 years, ideally, especially if you ride as much as someone like Adam or I. It just breaks down in the sun, it breaks down in the weather. They don't last forever. You should replace your helmet. If you're still riding a helmet from 2015, it's not going to fucking save you. Sorry, Adam, go ahead.
If your helmet could go to kindergarten this year, you've had it too long.
You've had it for too long. They have a life, you know?
So yeah, the weight wasn't a factor on the helmet. That light is light enough for like the helmet one that it didn't like bob around. It didn't. I took it off when it was daytime. I didn't keep it on the entire
You just
time.
took it and threw it in a bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those bags that you ran were Trek bags, Bontrager bags?
Yeah, they were like the fitted ones, and they actually like direct mount to both the underside and the top side of the top tube.
That's nice.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lights lasted. I ran the front one, like I told you, that scheme of like only turn the headlamp on when I was going down in descent. I get to the point where the front one ran out and I was going to recharge it, but it was like 3 in the morning. I'm like, I can get 2 hours of just the headlamp.
Just the headlamp.
On. And then that was enough to carry me through to the morning, so I never recharged the light or anything like that.
Right. Weather was nice?
Yeah, it was.
What are we talking? How cold did it get at night?
Mid-50s.
Okay.
It was enough for a windbreaker at night type thing.
And hot?
Got up to like 90 in the second day. Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty big swing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Brutal.
What about when you started at 3 p.m.? It wasn't as hot that first day?
No, it wasn't as hot that first day. Also, thing that I didn't know existed, that maybe I'm just an idiot, deodorant, like stick-style sunscreen. I brought that.
Oh my God. Jocelyn just started buying that this year?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good because you gotta watch that because you will fry out there. There's no shade.
No shade.
So, yeah, that was a little hack I found too.
And so let's talk about, to me, what I think is the most important thing. How the fuck did you feel afterwards? Was it emotional? Was it I mean, I'm sure it was maybe one of the most rewarding things you've ever done in your life, right? What was that like?
So this is funny because I'm not, I don't literally even name my Strava events. It's just afternoon ride, morning ride. Like, so I'm not in it for like the Strava club. But actually, I was thinking about how good it's going to feel to check this in and have people be like, wow, look at that Strava event that he did it. And as like petty as that sounds, like that was like a motivating factor to me in some of it. But like, be like, yeah, I get to check my longest ride on Strava in like, it was technically my biggest climbing ride.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. How many thousands of feet?
Garmin said 17, usually reads a little high, so maybe 15 something, 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
But
say 17.
They give you those like big,
360 miles.
My friggin' participation trophy, man. I always bust my friends to do 5Ks, and I'm like, I sign up for a bike race, I pay $200, I train 7 days a week, and I get a t-shirt and a beer. And they get like medals and like stuff like that.
Yeah, what did you get?
They get this pretty dope, I wish I had it, pretty dope like medal with like an ox kind of like cattle like skull in it. And it's pretty heavy duty. The thing like spins even behind it. And I was thinking about that, I'm like, damn, I want that to hang on a wall.
That's
like,
cool.
I want that thing. So like that was motivating, and the fact that there was someone giving out hot dogs like 2 miles from the finish line, so I snagged
So just a random person?
It was like a company. So now my finished picture for Unbound has a big ass foiled wrapped hot dog in the back pocket.
And you ate that after?
Oh yeah, you bet your ass I did.
And Sarah meets you at the end?
Yep, she was there. She was there with the pictures. It was like such a relief because it's like you don't feel that you're in the zone. Like I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but once you just have that release of like I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just like it hits you like a wall. It was pretty much like Sarah's like, I'll take your bike for you. It's like, no, I need my bike to support me to walk back to the dorm. No, they have like, honestly, we talk about bang for your buck with events. Maybe this is like kind of could be more for the conclusion, but they have a lot of stuff. Like it's an expensive event, sure. It's the drive to Kansas, but like tons of food, tons of free swag, tons of stuff. So like they had a food ticket. I got food and beer immediately after.
Yeah.
Like we walked back to the dorm. Sarah snuck some food from the dining hall earlier, so I had some sausage and eggs back there too. I showered and I was probably asleep within 60 seconds of hitting the mattress.
Wow,
and I slept, for me, I slept 11 hours.
11 hours.
I mean, I was up from 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 the next day evening. So 36 hours. Yeah, pretty much.
And when you woke up, were you starving? Were you like, I need to eat everything?
I was so hungry, but we had like pre-planned to like pack everything because we didn't know how long. We went to the award ceremony on Sunday, so we packed everything the night before. So it's kind of just like go down the elevators, get the shit in the car. We did the dining hall stuff, got food, walked to like the Granada Theater where like they do all of the award ceremony stuff, and then pretty much we were out. And for me, it was like coffee.
The whole
time.
Because you're still tired.
And we drove out 4 days, but we drove back in 2 days.
In 2 days. You stopped once.
Yeah, it was like we literally just said, let's go as long as we can go, and we were gonna do 3.
Yeah.
And we made it back somewhere into Ohio, and we're like, if we make it to Ohio and stop, we can just drive 12 hours tomorrow and be home a whole day early.
Right.
So we ended up doing that, but I felt okay, surprisingly, for a couple days. I didn't ride for 2 days after.
Only 2 days.
Yeah, I got back on Sunday. Yeah. I rode again on Tuesday. Yep. Sorry, we got back on Monday. I rode Tuesday.
Okay.
And I felt okay, but then this spirals into the now my knee hasn't been the same in 2.5 months type thing. I felt good on Tuesday, and then I started, I think, overuse.
You felt good that first Tuesday.
Yep, and
you felt good during
the ride. I put down like good power, and I was like, yeah, this feels great. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And then the next day after, it's like, oh, my knee kind of hurts.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should stop. And then tried again the day after. It's like, oh no, my knee like hurts. I should really stop.
Yeah.
And then I had to take a couple of weeks off. So. Yeah, that's the price to pay for that. Unfortunately, I don't regret it, but unfortunate.
But you feel like you're on the mend?
Yeah, because
we had a huge ride 3 weeks ago. How'd you feel then?
It bothered me a little bit, but I made
towards
it through,
the end.
But I couldn't even ride a half an hour on that Wednesday when I got back. And then in the middle, but then you can almost kind of fight through it, and it feels better. It almost feels better under hard effort. I don't know if it's like muscles like clenching and like strengthening, whatever, but yeah, it's an easy ride. So I'm just spinning my legs and I feel like joint pain. But you know, one of those things where, you know, the physical therapist, they're like, oh, what'd you do? How'd you hurt it? I was like, oh, it's probably overuse. I did a big ride. And they're like, how far?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it was like 360 miles. And the guy almost did a spit take, and he's like,
yeah,
well, there's your fucking problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like, you didn't sleep? I was like, no. He's like, yeah, you overused it.
Yeah, you overused it. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
I mean, it is like, you should be so fucking proud. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crazy thing to do. Would you do it again?
Maybe. Solid maybe.
Yeah. Would you do the 200?
Yeah, I think
Would you go back to Unbound and participate? Like you enjoyed it?
Yeah. Honestly,
I mean, it's a premier event for a reason.
I loved it. It was great. It's just like between the travel, the wear on your body, especially for the 350,
true.
The wear on your bike. Luckily, like I don't think I cracked it, but I put a good scuff in a wheel that was a little sus. But my bike is fine. I'm fine. I feel like that's not the norm. I feel like a lot of people screw up their bikes big time on this ride. My only hesitation saying I wouldn't do it again was the logistics, and then also like if I had all the money all the time, might do it again, but I might want to try a different.
Yes, I like that. I like that attitude. Yeah.
But it was a blast. If you ignore travel costs, it's actually worth the money, relatively speaking, for what you got out of the event. So I was surprised.
I mean, it very much is gravel, cyclist, bucket list type of event, right? I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's one of those, really big things to say that you did it, especially to do. That's what they call the Unbound XL. Yeah, essentially, right? Yeah, which is what you hear people say.
Yeah, and it's kind of a weird, you do something like that, and it's like the highest of highs of like, I just achieved something that I couldn't have dreamed of doing 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. But then there's also the, like, post, like, I don't want to say depression, because it's not real depression, but it's kind of like, is that the best? Like, is that the best performance I will ever do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's classic cycling mentality of, you want to get better, bigger, better, more ridiculous ride. I'm like, is that my peak? I don't know, but you kind of think that thought after it, like, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man.
That's so, like, I had a similar experience when I got to DC that I was like, I feel like I never, like, I didn't, because it's such an intense type of effort, you don't really get to appreciate it when you're doing it. No. Because you need to be so on in doing it and focused. And then you get done with it and you're like, fuck, like what is that it?
Yeah, everything, because since I put my name in the lottery and I got accepted for it, because for those that don't know, unless you do some very, very expensive fundraising or other things,
that's a route.
Like if you do the Lifetime Foundation fundraising or whatever, you have to enter a lottery to win the privilege to pay to do the event. Right. So
because how many people do it total?
It's a couple thousand between all the events.
Right, but like tens of thousands of people want to do it.
Yeah. Right. I don't know how many people like actually enter for the lottery for XL, but
way more than want to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to do it.
And I'm sure for the 200 it's even more.
Yes.
But yeah, so like from the moment I got accepted, that's the only event that I thought about pretty much the entire time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That is, I didn't do
that's like
race.
What, since the January 1st or
December,
last October?
December. That is like the only focus I've had. So to have that be done and be like, okay, like what do I do now? That's been my only thing. So,
what, you got any other big boys you want to do?
I kind of want to do VTXL at some point, not this year. I kind of want to do VTXL like one shot, like we talked about before.
Yep.
Just as
what do you want to do? One direction or both directions?
One direction.
You want to just go north to south?
Yeah, I'd love to try to bang that up. That honestly could be harder though. It's more elevation.
Oh yeah.
Less temperature, like less like environmental factor, like for heat maybe, but yeah, that's
more elevation. Yeah.
That's kind of one that I want to do someday.
It's 300 miles, right?
Yeah,
it's 300.
300, I want to say. Yeah. But as far as other big events, I think for this year I'm done. I'm going to do a few mountain bike races, shorter stuff, try something different. But I think one of the ones I've talked to Sarah about is I kind of want to try Leadville sometime.
Oh, okay. That's in where?
That's
Colorado?
in Colorado, mountain bike race. Another one of the lifetime Grand Prix races.
Right, that's
it was
the
just
one
last weekend, 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, right. With what's the big crazy climb? Powerline.
Powerline.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Columbine, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's probably on the list for some future time when I can go out to Colorado and try to enter a lottery for that one. But yeah, all in all, good event. I would absolutely recommend people do it if they're up for the adventure, but it's definitely an undertaking. But
what the hell?
You'll learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah, right.
Your limits during that.
What did you feel like? What did you feel like was the most positive outcome, like for you, reflecting back on it?
Just like the relative, like I've hit a ceiling at this point of like where I know that I have done, and anything else under that is like, oh, it's only a 6-hour ride.
Yeah,
it's only an 8-hour ride.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've never felt
the perspective that it gives you.
Yeah. I've never felt so much mental, like normally I'm not someone who feels like I crack. I feel like I'm pretty consistent with my power. I can just keep toughing it out. That was like the closest I've come to being like, F this, dude, I'm done. I'm just getting off the bike and stopping. That's the most pissed I've been riding my bike at some points in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like just like upset that you decided to do it?
No, just like the headwind part in the last.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
what the
headwinds, the heat.
Come on.
This sucks. I hate this.
Right.
I never normally feel like I get pissed on long rides. So you kind of learn your limits, and I've learned that like I can do that whether I ever do it again. Like I've done it. So yeah, and mental fortitude really more than anything. The physical part's hard, but mental fortitude on that is difficult.
Oh yeah, probably almost harder. Like because physically you got there. You trained for it, right? You got to the weight that you wanted to be at, all that sort of stuff, right? And then
I was feeling good rolling into it.
Then you're like, well, mentally there's where I need the resolve, essentially.
And you can't like the thing I should have done is I did a couple long rides, like the road century we did.
Yep.
I should have done more long rides. Yep. I did a lot of like 4 to 5 hour rides. I should have done a couple nighttime rides, or like test the lights. I should have maybe done a 12-hour ride. I didn't. That probably was a mistake. But like just because the saddle time, man, I brought chamois butter, and trust me, there's not enough times you can reapply to make that comfortable.
Sure.
That was one of the hardest parts. Get a good saddle if you ever do it.
What did you run for a saddle?
The Roman
Specialized
Evo.
Roman.
Yeah, the mirror one.
Yeah.
It was good, but there's nothing good enough to keep you comfortable that entire time.
Would that be your biggest piece of advice? Like, do you have a big piece of advice?
For gear, run aero clip-ons if your bike can facilitate it.
Yeah.
Mine could if I wanted to spend $600 for a new cockpit, and I said, that ain't worth it for one event. So run aero clip-ons if you can. Get a good saddle and be comfortable sitting in it for more than just a regular century ride, that's for sure.
That's wild.
Yeah, and as a follow-up to this, you can, I don't know, repost this, whatever. If anyone ever has questions about it, like reaching out to Alex at Gravel Boston. I hit him up on Instagram. We've never met in real life, and he was super helpful at helping me prepare for this and understand what it was going to take. So if anyone wants that from me, I'm more than happy to talk about it and give my suggestions. They're not rules, suggestions,
Yeah, follow Adam at Bike Rhode Island. Where are the underscores in between the 3 words?
Yeah.
Bike _road _island.
Yep.
And then people can obviously see this effort on Strava, right? I'll put it on the YouTube description.
I was going to see how many calories my Strava is just my normal name. You got to check.
And then I guess one more question I have for you is like, when did you start eating and how often did you eat?
So I'm someone who doesn't.
We don't need to get into your fucking weird ass. Adam doesn't really eat carbs that much, and all I eat is carbs. And we kind of sort of recently realized this, Ryan and I. But whatever.
Ryan doesn't like donuts. Whatever. That's what I'm throwing out there.
I don't even know if that's true.
If I'm going down, he's coming down with me.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, no, you don't need to. You are obviously you're a very strong rider, and if what you're eating is working, then that's fucking good for you. Ryan was giving you more of a hard time than me.
Yeah, the donut guy. Well, I guess I don't like donuts.
Okay, he's not here to defend
himself.
Shut up,
Ryan.
All right. So when did you start eating? How many minutes into the ride did you start eating? I
probably started eating. Probably the first, the hour mark. I knew I'm not, like, I don't eat a lot. I have to consciously think, eat. Yeah. I've only ever bonked once. I don't feel like it happens to me that much, but then again, you know, long ride, this is uncharted territory at that time.
Yeah.
So probably about every hour, but then as it got into, call it after the first, like the 60-something mile rest stop, that's when it started to be like, okay, I'm going to get Nerds gummy clusters, and I'm going to like have some of these every like 15 minutes. I'll have a handful and try to like start doing it more frequently.
Yeah.
But for the first 4 or 5 hours, it was nothing more than maybe like a spirited group ride feeling to me. So I didn't feel like I needed that much. But
you weren't getting drained too much.
And when the temp isn't bad, same thing. I had to tell myself like drink. Like I had the high carb mix, so that was helpful too. But yeah, you stay on top of it early because you would pay for that the next day if you don't.
Oh yeah.
And I think that probably happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, fuck, for D2R2, I'm gonna start eating 40 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even thinking about, once we stop this podcast, I'm gonna eat this fig bar.
I have a fueling plan for this.
You have a fueling plan?
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm gonna do like 60 grams of carbs an hour.
We're gonna talk about that on the D2R2 video. So there's also a tease. If you watch this episode, you can check out the D2R2 video where we're gonna bring our GoPros. We're gonna do that. There's gonna be a fucking video for it. Adam, what else? How else can people find you? I think we said it. What?
Yeah.
Bike Rhode Island, Strava.
Adam Carroll.
With
the
Strava.
It's Just a Hill tag in the Strava.
That's right. Double R, double L.
I don't name any of my activities except for like Unbound.
Unbound.
So you can find that one on Unbound.
Otherwise, it's just morning ride.
Look at that one was worthy of more than just a morning ride. Although I kind of felt like that would be such a flex.
It's very funny.
Not name it.
It's very funny when someone does like 600 miles and it's just like morning ride.
Morning ride. It's like that took 2 mornings.
Right.
In
exactly.
one ride.
Yeah. Mild effort.
Yeah.
Saw the sunrise.
Yeah. All zone 2.
Yeah. Well, good on you, Adam.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Nice job.
Couldn't have done it without you guys.
Oh wow, that's very nice. But
NBX rotation. It's Just a Hill. I know it sounds like a sponsor shout out, but like quite literally, yeah, all those guys like made it happen in some way, shape, or form.
You know, I think it's easy for people to see any sort of like sponsored content and like be cynical about it. I'm a very cynical person, but I like to think that we align ourselves with people and small businesses that support each other. Well, just, you know what I mean? So like, it's good to have the mutual support.
Yeah. In the tire analysis, paralysis by analysis, I'm like, I don't know what tires to choose. And I talked to JB and he's like, I run these, check these out. Hey man, check these out. And like, he gave me so many suggestions, and like, that's not something I can get other than want some like Reddit troll who wants 50C tires on their whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Just someone that you can trust, and it's nice that there's, that there's support there. So
that helps.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Whatever your local bike shop is, they can really help you out in things like this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, good point. All right, thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
We are It's Just a Hill, a cycling club that promotes inclusion, judgment-free, with no gatekeepers. Focused on creating content from behind the handlebars to in the studio, It's Just a Hill is producing videos and podcasts to spread the message that cycling is for everyone. We are focused on reminding everyone that riding your bike can help you overcome any obstacle, because after all, it's just a hill.
Decaf left, regular right. Decaf left, regular right. It's very challenging work.